Reece James reminds all of us why he is the best right back in Europe. Today, my friends, we got tons of news, updates, and interesting stories to discuss today. Hope you guys enjoy. Get involved in conversation. Let your comments down below. And obviously, don't forget to catch on my match from yesterday. Don't forget to like and subscribe if it's your first time here. It means a lot to me. Hope you guys enjoy. And let's get straight into today's report. Jadon Sancho is looking like to complete the move back to Borussia Dortmund. They have confirmed that Jadon Sancho have informed his management of decision for returning back to Dortmund in summer. The report has confirmed that Sancho is still in contact with some of his teammates. With no respect, man, Jadon Sancho is very respected in Bundesliga, and this is one of the reasons why he has struggled in the Premier League, because teams don't allow him the license to come inside and have that freedom. And because Sancho is about the place control, navigating the spaces, that's what he do. Pace. He's not a pace guy. He's more a guy who can calculate. He's very intelligent, but he constantly find himself isolated out wide 2v1 because Cucurella is not overlapping, and that's one of the biggest things for him. If you guys have seen the beginning of the season, Cucurella was overlapping and then he stopped that, and that's why he has struggled. Regardless, I got a pretty interesting angle to discuss with you guys. Is there potential, a 40D chess? Maybe Sancho, like we sign him on permanent and exercise that 25 million fee and then use him in the player trade with Dortmund for Bayern Gibbons, because I think it's going to be a 40-day chest. Because for me, Jadon Sancho, when it comes to us, we are so desperate engineer a move like this, and I think he's pretty sure, man, these owners and the sporting directors, they may do a move like this. This will be the best move for me, man. If we get John bargains for Jadon Sancho, I think for me, I think is will be a good move. Let's see how it goes, because at the moment, Dortmund are pushing 11 in the Bundesliga. It's not looking good for them, because in the January window they did not strengthen their team, and it's looking like they're not going to be getting UCL football. And at the moment, the reports in Germany have been showing like Dortmund they are completely very down. And for me, I have this idea, man. This is the right moment. This is the right time to attack Dortmund and take some of their players. If it's there any right time, is in the summer, because they don't want to have any Champions League, and some players most of the time they want Champions League. And for me, it's looking like Chelsea is going to be getting a Champions League, and for us, we have to do it, man. Jadon Giddens, he will be a good player. He will be a perfect player for us here at Chelsea. And what you guys think in the comment down below. For me, I think will be a good pace. But one thing I want to say, Dortmund have been performing so well in the Champions League this season, but in the league is totally different thing. Currently, it's looking like if any club is interested in Dortmund player, this summer is a perfect player to take advantage of Dortmund's failure. We are looking at players like Kobo. We are looking at players like John Baggins. I'm sorry. Player trade for Dortmund, and maybe we can send them Jadon Sancho and even keep Kani Chukwuemeka as well, and for us we can get their player. How do you guys feel about this? Let me know in the comment down below. And now let's discuss the good story, one of the best stories of this international break. Worldwide recognition, appreciation. Reece James, what a player. He scored a fantastic free kick against Lavia. The first time a defender scoring a free kick since in the 1990s for England. And for me, I've been saying, man, Reece James is the best right back in the world. And Thomas Tuchel is absolutely gassed by his performances. Post-match, Thomas Tuchel was asked a question, a journalist, that do you think Reece James is a midfielder? And Reece James could play that hybrid role, and I can tackle from the left and then go into the midfield, because this guy knows how to move the ball. He knows how to problem solve. He knows how to solve the problems and accelerate the passes and all that good stuff. However, he went to say, like, if it's a big game, Reece James cannot play into the midfield, because he's going to struggle in the transitional, running back and forth or making the tackles, go to the left, go to the right. And let's be serious, we have seen this against Arsenal. He played against the small opposition and he was good. But when you play against big clubs. Reece James can play in the midfield, but he's not a midfielder. That's the difference, man. For me, I've been saying he's a right back. Let's just keep on the right back side, because we cannot be, unless we are missing a midfielders, unless we need temporary solutions. That's when he can play in the midfield. There is certain games that we have lacked midfield, and that's when I can appreciate that and play him in the midfield. But as long as we have midfield around people, there's no point to play him. Maresca now has to find a way to play Reece James and not to be wasting us, man. Take the shackles off the team now. Stop being selfish. You're doing this. You're doing so good things around the beginning of the season, and now you're not been doing the same stuff, man. And he was so brilliant. He was making 5 changes, 4 changes, and as the season went, and that's how Maresca became so bad. And for me, when it comes to Reece James, this player, man, is fantastic. And I'm so happy, man, to see him back to the international break. He's a good player. And what you got think in the comment down below on Reece James? But for me, my humble opinion, Reece James is world class, man. And if guy when he's fit, he's a first name on the board sheet for England. And guys, let me know in the comment down below, what are your thoughts on Reece James? Now we end things by discussing the latest stories, starting with team talk. Jack Grealish to Chelsea. He's linked to Chelsea. It looks like Jack Grealish will be leaving in summer, and he's more of a super sub at the moment, man. And Jack Grealish, man, I want to say this, he's been a wasted talent at Manchester City. When I saw this guy coming to Manchester City, he was a fantastic player coming from Aston Villa. He's 29 years old. He still have 2 years left on his contract. This is the prime time run out to engineer the sell for Manchester City. He's been having a lot of interest from AC Milan and other Prem clubs, Newcastle's and extra. And the report suggests that Chelsea have been mentioned as the possible destination for Jack Grealish. Now, what do you guys think? Can we take Jack Grealish? Because I don't think he's that guy. Because the money he's on, he does not reflect his performances on the pitch. Because if he was really any strong tooth on this report, one hand, can a club feel like we would like to have like an experienced player like with these young players? But again, guys, are you using Jack Grealish on the wings more? Because listen, Jack Grealish is not a winger for me. He's more an inside forward. He's a number 10 when cutting in and then he shoot, because he can score goals, man. This guy, he can take on his man way, because you can get a little bit extra from Jack Grealish than even Jadon Sancho when it comes to taking on people consistently. Is Jack Grealish. I think for me, right now, he has to be inverted right now, because Jack Grealish, for me, he feels like an 8. There's so many different ways you can use your 8. I can see Jack Grealish being as the connector in the midfield and offense. If you're telling your wide 8 to drift out wide, and Grealish is the perfect guy to have along the winger, doubling up. He's been so good doing that with Man City over the years. But he can receive under the pressure and wins free kicks for fun. I think if anyone is looking to sign Jack Grealish this summer, you're not signing him for the wings. You're signing him to be a part of your midfield 3. If there is one club that will be perfect for, I would think he will be perfect for Newcastle, man, not us. Because if you see Bruno and Tonali having him in that midfield, I think he will work perfect for Newcastle. But he's very strong. He's even stronger on the ball, man. He's even stronger in the transition. I wouldn't say he's a lazy analysis, but I can see Reece James becoming an Iniesta style in the midfield 3. The only thing, though, that he needs a club that can help him, a club that can rejuvenate him and show him technical path. But I don't really think like Newcastle is a technical club, but in that midfield, he can do well, man. Think about how many times we have seen Enzo Fernandez drifting wide, because if Enzo Fernandez had a type of work of Grealish, had the 50 mil, the evaluation, I think he will be so good, man. Outside the theory, I don't feel personally Grealish is a move for us. I'm kind of banned right now with this Man City reject. Have not done anything for us at football club for years. The only way I see Grealish coming to this football club, if we miss out on all our targets, is a final 2 days of the transfer window, and then he's available on loan for absolutely nothing. Even then, I don't think it will be an ideal situation. That's my thought. And do you think Grealish is finished? Do you think can he do it at Chelsea? For me, let me know in the comment down below. And for the final reports of the day, Spanish report has reported that reveals that we have not prioritizing for the wonder kid sensation Dean Henderson. Instead, we are turning our focus on Maguire in the summer, which could really make sense because we need experience. Because as you guys know, we're gonna be in a competition with Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and we have no chance. We have no chance because he could be at Real Madrid next season. Even his dad today tweeted that with a Spanish report that he's linked to the move there, and he's really open, rumored up right now because as you guys know, Madrid today they signed Trent Alexander-Arnold. He will be going to Madrid in the summer. So realistically, we don't have enough clout to stop Real Madrid, to stop Hausen. As I said yesterday in yesterday's video, is this really the responsible move to make? Because he's still a young center back. Listen, he can be world class because we have young players here. But one thing I want to say, because they're following the data and the data, why didn't the data show that Hausen was gonna be good in the future, all the kind of stuff? Because now I don't trust the data. But sometime I want to say, man, we just signed Amadou from Strasbourg. We have Anselmino here who can play on the left and the right. He looks like our own Housing, who gonna be world class. Hopefully he can get some minutes before the season end. I don't think it's gonna happen. We have Ashimpong, who we have seen top premium talent in Europe. And for me, I think we should give our youngster all the other defenders we have signed and give them minutes to see if we can develop them. I think Hausen, he could be good in a perfect system because he can play from the back, he can play with both of the feet, but I was saying, man, I need an experience. I need experience for this team, and I think Hausen, I don't think it will be the ideal. And Maguire, so guys, do you guys think Maguire will be the perfect for us? Because he's experienced, this guy, man. He's had a lot of minutes. He's a Crystal Palace captain, England international, and that's too much, man. So guys, let me know in the comment down below, what are your thoughts on today's report? Because as you guys remember, in January we tried to sign Maguire. He was Chelsea's first choice until things did not go that way, until we pulled like Chalaba back from Crystal Palace, like trying to force them to move, but it did not happen. And I think for me, this summer his price tag is gonna go down. And as you guys remember, we have a sell-on clause in if they end up selling him, and if we sell and if we buy him, it's gonna be even way cheaper because we already have the release clause. So guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care of yourself, and God bless you.